best, vacay. Magic's bets in the cut, got the game on lock. Flipping dimes, calling shots, every move non-stop. 615, parlay slayer, player odds like dice. In the trap house, betting lines, making racks feel nice. Pushing the line, we don't fold, don't shy. Cashing tickets, counting green to the sky. On the podcast, we ball, roll the spread. Money talk, never walk, bets ahead. Parlay slayer, stacking chips like you bricks. Magic's calling plays, mixing schemes so slick. Numbers on the board, all these digits don't lie. In this trap house sports, best we fly. Pushing the line, we don't fold, don't shy. Cashing tickets, counting green to the sky. On the podcast, we ball, roll the spread. Money talk, never walk, bets ahead. Got your bankroll rising like the early morning sun. From parlays to straight plays, we stun. Twisted stats, breaking news, all for the gain. In this world of odds, we reign. Lines moving swift like the weight in the night. Heavy hitters in this game got the insight. Magic's with the tip, 615 with the hit. Podcast worldwide, see us never miss.
What's up? Merry day after Christmas.
What's
Hope
going on,
everyone
man?
hope everyone had fun. Enjoyed the company of their family during the holidays. Got everything that you wanted under the tree.
I did. I don't know if they did. I was
Man,
good this year.
hey man, I'm to that age where I
I'm
don't really want nothing. Cause, every, Cause
just
everything that
kicked
I
out
want,
there.
I done bought myself throughout the year.
I ain't got no background this year. I'm in undisclosed location. I just got back from vacation. I was with the Vols last week. I just flew back in. I'm in my man cave, but it ain't how I want it to be. As you can see, I give out smoke on basketball and darts. All you got to do is come over here. Free smoke. I got a refrigerator full of shit that ain't good for you. All you got to do is come over. Just let me know.
Hey man, you gonna stop with the Tennessee jokes.
Huh?
You gonna stop with the Tennessee jokes.
Man, that may be my last one.
I doubt it.
No, that may be one. I think I done it enough.
Hmm. Hey man, we had some football yesterday and some
I know it
basketball.
sucked too.
Golly. How'd you like the Netflix experience?
It wasn't bad. I walked away when Beyonce started singing. I went to go
I,
take a shower.
and you know what? People want to get on Facebook or whatever social media they're on and make complaints about the show or whatever. But truth is, if you didn't like it, you probably wasn't the target audience. So
Right.
stop crying. I
Think
mean,
about it, man. Beyonce, presently in this generation, she is the greatest performer right now. It is what it is. There's no need to hate. I don't like her music. I can't, and that's not because I don't like her personally or anything like that. It's just not, it ain't my lane.
it ain't my lane either, but I don't sit there and cry about the bullshit.
But she is a beautiful woman. She does her thing. She puts on a hell of a show. Uh, I don't want to get stung by no members in the beehive. So
Hey, you know what? I wonder if her man go to jail or shit take a scrub like me.
we can go
Probably,
on with the
probably
show.
not. Probably not.
Beyonce ain't your type.
Stop. Stop.
I'm
Uh,
just saying, she not your type.
so about football yesterday, Chiefs Steelers game went about like I thought it would, except I thought it'd be a little bit closer. It wasn't. Of course, Chiefs always got who on their side some way, form, or fashion. Um, I expected the Ravens game to be a little closer.
I know. We'll talk about the Chiefs and the Steelers first. The Chiefs are getting healthy, and they are becoming the most dangerous team in the AFC because now they went from being inept and not having peak playmakers to now they got Hollywood Brown. They getting D Hop involved. Juju, he's spotty. Xavier Worthy's getting involved. He's not dropping the ball like he was. And you know what that does? It causes the secondary to focus on them wide receivers. And who does it leave open for 8 catches and
Travis
90 yards?
Kelsey.
Travis
Travis
Kelce.
fucking Kelsey.
And you know the problem with Travis Kelce getting open? He's been teaching Noah Gray his same route tree, and Noah Gray is starting to look just like Travis Kelce. So this team is healthy and becoming dangerous. Here they come.
Um,
Come.
Xavier Worthy, the
Yeah,
first round draft pick.
yeah.
He
Well,
had 8
I
catches.
mentioned him.
You mentioned D Hop and Juju and
Yeah,
Hollywood.
I said Xavier Worthy. He's not dropping passes no more.
My fault, player. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, they went from not having anything. Just imagine next season if they get Rasheed Rice back. So you went from Mahomes looking average to having 320 yards and 3 touchdowns yesterday on a fantasy championship week, by the way.
You notice he hadn't thrown any interceptions lately.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. So I don't know. Yes, I have gum in, by the way, and I'm not throwing it away. I ain't being rude. It calms me.
He been rude.
Calm today. It's after Christmas. I'm broke. I ain't got nothing to do. This probably gonna be my dinner. So we moving on with the show.
He been rude.
But anyway,
Hey.
man,
Y'all see my background. That's the coldest picture from yesterday's game.
I tell you what. I keep saying that MVP race is over with. No, it's not.
He just opened it back up.
No, it's not.
He just
Josh
he just
Allen
opened,
better have a good day this weekend.
hey, he just opened it back up. Lamar playing ball, but he was in a dome. What isn't Texas Stadium in a dome enclosed?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I guess the Shiesty match is just part of his ensemble because he sure as hell had that motherfucker
Yeah,
on.
he
Like
sure did. He did. I tell you what, too. If the Ravens defense keep playing like they did, they gonna be even more dangerous than they were.
Okay, so here's the thing, and you can see it with a lot of teams. These new coordinators have finally got their players to play in their system.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with this defense. You got the same thing going on with some of these other teams, but now that they've had some time in this system to figure out what the hell is going on, the coordinators are learning how to call plays, and it's starting to work out for them.
Yep. What I was gonna say about Houston before I went to the Chiefs game. I know Nico Collins is the wide receiver 1 for Houston. No doubt in that. I understand the devastating injury that happened to Tank Dell. If it ended in an L, he tore it in his knee. CJ Stroud misses Stephon Diggs.
Bad.
Big time. Big time. And I'm not saying that Diggs was the one. He's not the one. But he wasn't the 2. He was the 1A and 1B. That him and Nico was 1A and 1B, and he misses that. CJ Stroud is not comfortable in that pocket because his offensive line is getting their ass tore up every game. He's got happy feet. He don't trust them. And he's just looking for somewhere to throw the ball. A lot of those throws that he missed, he would have hit them last year. And they don't have anything when they get into third downs or second and longs. He don't have that reliable target right there. They really miss Stephon Diggs. And
So-
not having Diggs, it's affecting Nico because all they doing, they just cheating their coverage over to Nico, so he's not as open as he can be.
So about the Texans.
Mhm.
Last year, Bobby Slowik was a hot commodity as an offensive assistant. People thought that he was going to end up getting a head coaching job. And I was preferring him to go to Tennessee over Brian Callahan, and I wondered why. But now it's starting to show. He's not the coach he was last year. He has regressed more than he has progressed.
Yeah. If you want to know how good a coach is, take some of his talent away.
Mm-hmm.
Take a You take a Sean Payton, for example. I know I've been very critical of Sean Payton, but he's doing a hell of a job with Bo Nix. But when I first found out about Sean Payton, his first head coaching job, he had a Hall of Famer as one of the best quarterbacks ever, and they was just calling him this offensive genius. And I was like, nah, I need to see it without Drew Brees. He's doing that now.
Yes,
So
he is.
I have to stand down on that. Bo Nix looked good.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know what his beef was with Russell Wilson, but Bo Nix, he looks like he's going to be a good franchise quarterback for the Denver Broncos.
I think with the Russell Wilson situation, he was just a vet that Sean Payton couldn't necessarily influence as much as he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to. So you have that. What do we have for college football yesterday? Do we have something yesterday? I
I
think
think
we
the
did.
Hawaii Bowl was yesterday. Something. I think it was the Hawaii Bowl yesterday. I didn't watch it. I will say this: the NBA, for all the bad shit that's been going on and all the bad play that's been going on, they put on a hell of a show yesterday, and I appreciate it. Every game pretty much was worth watching.
Yeah, yesterday was the no, Tuesday was the Hawaii Bowl. We didn't have nothing on yesterday for college football.
Okay.
I called that one correctly. I took the over and I took South Florida plus 3.5 and banked on that.
I know we got a bunch of unnecessary bowl games going on right now. We got the Game Above Sports Bowl, which is right now in double overtime, 37-37 with Pittsburgh and Toledo. So it's actually a good ass game. And
Yeah.
we also got the RATE Bowl. They don't even have no sponsor. They just call it Rate. See, we need to get rid of this game.
Hey, hold on. If you want to know what rate is, just put it into your stock and look at it.
Oh, it's a stock thing. Okay.
I forgot exactly what it is. I think they buy real estate.
Well, they might well call it the Rate Real Estate Bowl.
Later tonight you got Arkansas State versus Bowling Green.
Mm-hmm. Both of these teams 7-5. I don't know much about these teams, but apparently they think Bowling Green gonna beat the hell out of them. They're a 10-point favorite.
Man, Bowling Green hopefully will win because Butch Jones is on the other side.
Butch Jones, that's Tennessee.
Brick by brick.
Yeah. And y'all hate Butch Jones too.
Can't stand him.
That's why he wasn't at the damn vacation with me last week. Y'all didn't invite him.
See, I knew you were gonna find a way to get you a Tennessee joke in. Anyway,
y'all, I'm telling you, if you've never been to Cancun, it's a beautiful place to go. Just go check it out, man. The food was good. I don't eat cheese, but I had some daiquiris, I had some margaritas, I was just eating shit.
anyway, we do have some NBA tonight. We'll hit on those real quick. We're not gonna spend a bunch of time on them. I'll tell you what my best bet is or what bet I put in, and I ain't fooling with Mike no more. I'm sick of it. You find that shit funny. Anyway, we got the Thunder versus the Pacers tonight. I actually like Isaiah Hartenstein for a double-double. I couldn't find good value on it, so I'm putting this part of a parlay. It was at minus 160 when I seen it. I prefer bets minus 150 or better.
So I'll tell you about this game. What scares me, Oklahoma City arguably is the best team in the NBA. Like this team right here, outside of Boston and maybe Houston, they got the best starting five in the league. They got an MVP candidate. If you don't know who Jalen Williams is, you better get to learn who Jalen Williams is.
One of the Jalen Williams.
Yeah, they got two different ones, and they both good. But one of them playing at All-Star level.
It's the one without the Y.
Yeah, he's the one. Yes, absolutely. Lou Dort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Hardenstein,
Caruso.
His team get Chet Holmgren back. I'm telling you, this team, they are a contender in the NBA. Go ahead.
Caruso just signed an extension too.
Caruso just signed an extension. He's the white guy everybody loves.
Alex Caruso is a defensive stopper. Lou Dort is a defensive stopper.
Hmm.
So you got two defensive stoppers that can play the perimeter. Then you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is the focal point of the offense. So I mean, come on now,
Yeah,
that's my team.
it is. I understand.
But they've been tested a lot lately, so I'm taking Indiana +6 tonight.
Really.
Yeah,
I think they're going to blow them clean out the water.
nope, Indiana +6.
And I say this, we're not going to really talk about,
Indiana's been playing better defense.
we're not going to get into it like deep. Sam Presti is one of the best general managers in the NBA.
That's the reason I started liking Oklahoma City, because I saw how he was wiping the slate clean and
Yeah.
starting over, and I was like, oh, hell yeah.
If I ain't mistaken, wasn't he there when y'all drafted Durant, Harden, and Westbrook? Was he there?
No, he came in and started making trades.
So he the one that got y'all all the draft picks to get
Yes.
this thing.
Yes.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, Sam Presti is one of the best GMs in the game. My bet, if it's close, Tyrese Halliburton has went over double-figure assists in 4 of the past 5 games. It's 12, and he's hit 12. He's hit 12 twice and 10 twice, and he's hit 8 once. This Indiana team is tough too when they play how they need to play. I like their lineup too.
I like that one. I like that bet. Then you got the dysfunctional Heat versus the Magic.
Mhm.
If you don't know, Jimmy Butler is wanting out. Pat Riley said he's not trading him. We probably got a standstill here, so don't know which way it's going to go.
Pat Riley he's revered. I don't know what Jimmy, but why would Jimmy Butler want out? Why do you think? It could just be him and Pat Riley just don't get along.
The same reason that we discussed, the criticism.
Yeah, he's hard on Jimmy Butler, but Pat Riley was hard on Magic Johnson.
Pat Riley is that GM, or when he was a coach, he is that coach. He don't care how much of a superstar you are. You just a regular person on the team.
Absolutely. With that being said, Orlando is a 1.5 point favorite, which is weird. They've lost both Wagner brothers. They've lost Banchero, but they still just chugging along, man. They just playing. This is another team that's constructed like the Thunder. They got young talent.
Next
and they
man
up
up.
and coming.
Next man up.
Mhm.
Goga Batadze, the big man that's filling in for Mo Wagner now.
Yeah.
I've got him for a double-double with Isaiah Hartenstein on the parlay.
Now, if you would like, you can bet on Cole Anthony. He's very inconsistent.
Very.
You don't know when he's going to show up. But it should be some plus odds in there for something. Maybe try 15 points. I'm not telling you to play it. I'm just saying this team really doesn't have a one option right now. With Banchero and both of the Wagner brothers gone, they just kind of doing it by committee. Cole Anthony has that potential. He just went off for like 34 the other day, if that's something you want to look at.
Suggs is the number one option, but he's also been inconsistent.
Yeah, that everybody on this team, if you look, for the past 4 straight games, they've had a different high score on their team. So, but I like their team, man. They scrap, they fight.
All right. I also took over 207.5 points. I think it's going to be about 208, 210. We'll see how that goes. You got the Hornets versus the Wizards.
Good Lord, you talk about a toilet bowl. Ooh. Right now, these teams are combined 11-45. Charlotte it's interesting, man, because if you look at their team, they have talent. They just can't win. LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, Brandon Miller, and they can't put it together. But if they ever put it together, I think they can be just like this Orlando team we just talked about.
Yep,
The Wizards is over.
a shit show.
Yeah, it is over. I know
Um,
they regret giving Jordan Poole all that money.
Jordan Poole is on his way out the door if they could find a trade taker. But with that contract, it's gonna be hard to find somebody.
Very hard. I don't
Um,
think he takes the game seriously.
he doesn't. I don't think he takes life serious.
I
Uh,
don't.
Kyle
He,
Kuzma is on his way out.
yeah, I think Kyle Kuzma is their best player,
Yeah.
and I think he is their leader. And he doesn't fit the leader role. He just plays the game. But it's hard to galvanize a locker room with a bunch of individuals that's not trying to be a team.
You got that right. Bilal Koulibaly, he is a bright spot for them. I've got him going over 3.5 assists. He's been very consistent in that area.
hmm And
So
I hate it, man, for the rookie that they picked up, Alexander Sar.
yeah,
It's just really no structure on this team, man. If you look at this team, Valanciunas, he's been on the trading block. I know the Lakers have mentioned him as a big man
he
to
talking.
help AD. T done quit. Let's see. Malcolm Brogdon, he's okay. Point guard, Sadiq Bey, Patrick Baldwin, Marvin Bagley. They don't have no leadership on this team, and that's why they 4-23. I don't see this. I think Charlotte will get this victory tonight. That ain't nothing to look forward to. That's a horrible game. That's a horrible matchup. If you want to play LaMelo Ball for 25, I would do that. I think you're okay doing that. I think Charlotte covers the 5.5 points. Uh, yeah, the Wizards they just a mess right now. Man, where the hell you go?
Hey man, I had to go.
Had you one at the door,
Nah. Actually, I forgot to put my own air sign on just in case somebody comes and they don't disturb me.
huh? Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
We go ahead. We on the Bulls and the Hawks.
Wolves versus Hawks. Um, Trey Young ought to have a good game tonight. He hadn't been the most consistent, but
Mm-mm.
he's been a double machine lately.
As a
Dyson
point guard.
Daniels, yeah, Dyson Daniels is starting to get involved in the offense. I've got him going over 3.5 assists. That's my best bet of the day on that game. Uh, Vucevic, he's on the trade block. Zach Levine, he's on the trade block.
Trey
So,
Young as well, or so they keep saying he is.
man, people are inquiring about Trey Young. Trey Young, I guarantee you, he's not on the trade block.
You don't think they'll let him go?
Oh, you're gonna have to give a haul.
I think somebody would give a haul for Trey Young.
You're gonna have to.
I'll tell you another player to look for in this game is Jalen Johnson for the Hawks. Young, upcoming, he's playing really well.
Well, all three of their you might call them tweeners. All three of their forwards have been playing pretty good. You got DeAndre Hunter, you've got Jalen Johnson, and you got Zachary Rashache, the
Yeah,
#1 draft pick.
he was number
He's
one.
he's starting to come on.
hmm
So you've got a bunch of young talent there.
They do.
I mean,
Trey
somebody
Young is averaging 12 assists. I think he's leading the NBA in assists right now.
somebody is probably on the trade block. I just don't think it's Trey Young. I
I
think
mean, they could trade one of those tweeners that we were just talking about.
if anybody goes, it's going to be DeAndre Hunter
Yeah. I
because they
think he
just
was
reached
the number 4 pick. He went to Texas Tech, right?
Hunter.
Yeah.
He went something like Virginia or something,
Did he?
didn't he?
I know he was the number 4 pick because I remember him going real high.
See, now you got me wondering because I be knowing this stuff and don't be knowing it sometimes.
He was drafted by the Lakers in the number 4 pick with the number 4 pick in 2019. He went to Virginia. You're right.
Virginia, yep.
Yep.
And he was immediately traded.
Yeah.
Yep.
And look, man, the Lakers, boy. Go ahead.
Raptors versus Grizzlies. As long as Ja Morant plays, they should win this game.
Mm-hmm.
but he's been in and out of the lineup. Scottie Pippen Jr. has started to step up.
He is, and Desmond Bain is healthy this year, and he's back to playing like Desmond Bain.
It's totally unrelated to this game, but have you noticed how short that man's arms are?
Desmond Bain, yeah,
Yes.
it's crazy. He's built like a T-Rex. Yeah,
Yeah. I do have Scottie Pippen going over 12 and a half points and rebounds. He's been very consistent there.
I love me some Scotty Barnes. I just don't know if they're gonna be able to keep up with Memphis long enough for him to get it. But I like Barnes to get at least 15 points and 6 assists.
They need to put some talent around Barnes
Quick.
because he will shine with some talent around him. But
Hmm.
it's thin up there in Toronto right now. Nets versus Bucks.
Giannis for 30.
Oh Lord, I
I
took
mean,
Dor-
that's honestly, man, it's been one of my most consistent bets this season. Giannis for 30. Like I don't even think about it.
no
he averaged
research, no nothing. Just put him down for
he
30.
averaged 32.7 points a game. If he's playing, it's not a team that I wouldn't put him for 30 now. He just 30.
Well, if you bet on 30 every game, you should be in the plus money.
You should be. It's just like McCaffrey getting a touchdown last season.
Hmm I got Dorian Finney-Smith over 1.5 3-pointers. I got Brooklyn plus 10.5, and then I've got it over to 11.5. Also, I forgot who it was, but somebody is looking to try to get Dorian Finney-Smith in the trade. I had an alert about it earlier, and I didn't look into it.
Giannis hasn't scored under 30, well, under 25. I'm gonna say 25 since the first week of December. He did have a game where they blew out OKC, and that was the Commissioner's Cup, the championship game. He had 26 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists. He on a mission this year. They just lost to Cleveland. They got blew out the water by 23. He had 33 and 14 that game. I mean, his last five, he's 33, 26, 32, 37, 34, 30, and 31. That's been his game. So 30.
Mm.
If you want to bet his rebounds, his last few games, 14, 19, 14, 7, 11, 11, 11. So if you want to do a double play,
Man,
he's getting it, man.
all I heard in the last 30 seconds was 7779311.
Hey, Giannis a beast, man.
Oh,
Giannis is a beast. In the NBA, I tell people this: when you bet, T does the research. If you want the brains of this operation, it's T. That's T. Me, I do research, but I go off consistency. And I'm telling you, if you go off consistency, it'll take you real far. If you go off research, you probably hit every day. But Giannis, Jokic, people that play very consistent basketball will always be your best bets because they do what they got to do for their team to win while they still getting their teammates involved. It's always going to be there for you.
speaking of consistency, there's an up and coming consistency player that is part of this next game. The Rockets versus Pelicans.
Is it Sengun?
Shingun.
Hey, it ain't no joke. I'm telling you.
Hey, he um he plays a lot like
I give you a
Jokic.
mix of two people.
A poor man's Jokic.
Yes, I was going to say Jokic and a little bit of Sabonis.
There you go.
Put them together. You got Alperen Sengun.
He's gonna get you some rebounds. He's gonna get you some points. He's not a ball hog, so he's gonna kick the ball out if he gets double teamed.
Yep.
He's gonna get his assist. Jabari Smith is starting to come on lately.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, one of my best tonight. I got him over 20.5 points plus rebounds.
They
I
have
like
the
that bet.
most inconsistent star on their team. Jalen Green is probably one of the most inconsistent stars, I say young and rising stars we have in the NBA.
Yeah, I'd say young and rising. I wouldn't call him a star yet. And I honestly think that contract that they signed him to was to make him a more attractive piece for trades.
Maybe so. All the reason I call him a star is because he has the potential in him outside of dating Drea and getting her pregnant, which is probably the best thing he's done. He has superstar potential. But if you see him on the NBA, he does all the dunks and he hits the threes. But one game he may have 37 points, and the next game he'll have 9, and it just fluctuates. But he has the potential. He just inconsistent.
Speaking of inconsistency, we've got the Jazz versus Trailblazers. I don't trust anybody on the Trailblazers with props, especially at the guard position.
No,
Every time I bet something, especially Anthony Simons,
yeah,
whatever I bet on him, he does the opposite. I
he's
can bet the
inconsistent.
under, he gonna hit the over. I can bet the over, he gonna hit the under.
Yep, he's inconsistent too.
And their coach, Chauncey Billups, he hasn't shown any loyalty in the rotation, so it ain't
Mm-mm.
no telling who gonna get the minutes.
And I'm surprised with that about Chauncey, man. He may be on his way out in Portland.
He may be trying to force his way out. You know, that's the thing nowadays. You get you a good job, get you a good contract, and then when you get tired, you get yourself fired and get that guaranteed money.
I think when Dame left, I think that took the air out of that for him.
Yeah, because Scoot Henderson is not the player that they thought he was going to be. He's still young. He still got a lot to learn, but he does not stay healthy, and he's not consistent.
Mm-mm. And him and Anthony Simons, they have no. Now, one of them got to go.
Yep. Because you got Shadon Sharp at the 2.
Yep.
You got Anthony Simons playing both of those positions. I mean, if he wants to be a real 6-man, then be the 6-man. There used to be pride in being the 6-man in the NBA.
It used to be Ricky Pierce was one of the best 6-mans ever in NBA history. I think he won. I know he won the award at least twice.
Vinnie Johnson.
The microwave.
Yeah. Speaking of Vinnie Johnson, microwave, Detroit Pistons versus the Kings tonight. People are inquiring about De'Aaron Fox because he has not signed a contract extension.
It's gonna take a haul.
He wants to know that they are doing everything they can to put together a championship team. And since he's been there, they've added pieces, but they haven't added enough.
Yeah, they just added DeMar DeRozan, and that wasn't enough.
Man, I thought that was going to be better than it was, and it really hasn't turned out to be what I thought it would be.
I don't think they needed DeMar DeRozan. I think they needed size.
I
I
forgot
know they
who.
got Sabonis,
Yeah,
but I think they just needed like some size.
yeah, because Murray, he's more of a tweener, but he plays the 5.
Yeah, they
Um,
don't have no. They just don't have no size.
then
And
you
in
got
the
the
West,
Pistons.
I feel like you need size. The best teams in the West, they all have some form of size. You got Jokic in Denver. I mean, of course, they got Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon been struggling this season, by the way. Dallas got those 2 7-footers. Lively, I forgot the other one's name. But
Lively, they got PJ Washington, he about 6'10".
yeah,
Um,
and it's another one in the
um,
playoffs last year.
it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't tell you though.
I'm gonna look it up now because it's gonna bother me.
Yeah,
OKC, they got Chet Holmgren. They got the Williams. They're not brothers, but they call them the Williams brothers.
Step
Houston,
Brothers.
Sengun, Memphis, they got size. Dallas got those two 7-footers. Damn, I can't think of his name. Daniel Gafford. Good Lord.
Daniel Gafford. I mean, he's 6'10", 6'11". He almost 7 foot. And then they got Maxi Kleber down there.
Yep. They got Dwight Powell too. He's
Dwight
16.
Powell. Yep.
Luca badly strained his calf yesterday.
and he may be out an extended amount of time.
He may be out for a while. I was looking up strained calves, and they have grades. Luca could be out anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks to 2 to 4 months, depending on how bad he strained it. So that's huge news. So we'll see how Dallas go. We'll see if Clay can step up.
So this is probably the weirdest week of football scheduling because we had what, Monday Night Football. Did we have Monday Night Football this week?
Yeah, you had Monday, Wednesday,
You had
Thursday.
Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Now we got Thursday. We're gonna have Saturday. So it's a totally weird weekend scheduling. But
hmm
tonight we got the Seahawks versus the Bears, and the Seahawks are still fighting for a playoff spot.
Did you since we on Seattle, news came out today that Pete Carroll, the former Seahawks coach, wants to come back and he wants to coach. He's interested in coaching the Chicago Bears. That is very interesting.
It's funny that story came out the week they play each other.
Exactly. That's. I don't think that was done coincidentally either.
Mm-mm. Yep, the world is a stage.
Seattle, Abe is absolutely right. This does sound like a shitty game. We finna try to prop it up and make it sound like it's gonna be something. Seattle, Chicago at home, ain't it?
Chicago is at home, so it will be outside. They have to rely on the run game.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Kenneth Walker is out. He's gonna spend at least four games on the IR. So if they do make the playoffs, he's probably gonna be on IR the first 2 weeks of the playoffs.
They'd have to make it to the championship game.
Yep. Zach
Mhm.
Charbonnet has filled in nicely for him when he's had to.
Yep.
Um, so I look for a heavy dose of Zach Charbonnet tonight.
Seattle, they still a 3.5 point favorite. Excuse me.
Of course,
Uh,
because Thomas Brown is struggling as a coach.
yeah. Seattle, they still in the playoff picture, but they need some help. They can't. I say this: they can't lose tonight.
If
They
they
lose
lose tonight, it's
tonight,
probably
it's
over.
pretty much done.
Just my
Uh,
opinion on Chicago. Um, when they made um, when they made the change at offensive coordinator and allowed Thomas Brown to be the offensive coordinator before they fired their head coach, they should have left him as offensive coordinator and gave somebody else the interim head coach job because
he ain't ready yet.
not only is he not ready, he can't give Caleb Williams the focus that was needed
Mhm.
because Caleb Williams started to show some improvement in those few weeks. And then when they made that change and made an interim coach, he
Took
started to
took his
fall off
time
again.
and concentration off Caleb Williams. Yeah, I
Yep.
got it. What you got for this game? I think Zach Charbonnet has a good game.
Oh, I got a lot for this game.
Do
Oh
you?
man. I got Seattle um first half spread -2.5.
Mm-hmm.
I got Keenan Allen long reception over 20.5. I got DK Metcalf long reception over 23.5. Jackson Smith and Jigba. I got him over 67.5 yards receiving. I got the total under 43.5. I've got Seattle covering -3.5. I've got Zach Charbonnet over 65.5 rushing yards. And then I got Jackson Smith and Jigba with over 22.5 long reception.
I took DK and JSN both to get over 50 yards receiving. I took Zach Charbonnet to get an anytime touchdown, and I took Keenan Allen to get over 4 catches.
I can see that. DJ Moore might have 4 catches. Cole Kmet, you put him for over 2.5.
Yeah. I think Chicago, they're going to be behind. Caleb Williams going to throw the ball.
They ain't got no choice.
Yeah. And
Now
I
the
think,
question is, are they
too,
gonna protect him?
I was just about to say, Seattle, they're going to come after them. And Seattle got a pretty good secondary. They got Spoon on the other side. They got Rick Woolen on the other side. They got a pretty good secondary. They ain't not to be taken lightly. Cause Spoon, he one of them ones.
Mm-hmm.
But Leonard Williams has been playing out of his mind. They gonna come out to Caleb Williams. They gonna try to confuse him. They gonna try to get to him. So I can see DJ Moore and Keenan Allen catching a bunch of slants and quick outs. Uh, DeAndre Swift, I don't know. I don't think he does too much tonight.
He's starting to show why Philadelphia didn't keep him.
Yeah, he's fall off. He's fell off a tad bit. Uh, Unrelated to this game, we was talking about Houston playing previously yesterday. Joe Mixon has had a bad month of football. That's another thing that's hurting C.J. Stroud. I forgot to mention that earlier, but man, we coming down to the nitty gritty, man. It's one more week left after this week of regular season football. We'll see what happens.
I am in the championship game, which started yesterday for my fantasy football league.
hmm
Um, and you remember my mishap of me accidentally dropping Derrick Henry when I was trying to drop Hunter Henry?
Yep.
Well, the commissioner, he was nice enough to realize I made a mistake and gave me Derrick Henry back. He is who I'm facing in the playoffs in the championship game.
Derrick Henry went off yesterday.
Yep. But as soon as I found out I was facing him, I hit him up. I said, "Hey, we're gonna play this out, or do you want to split?" And he was like, "What you want to do?" I was like, "Man, let's just go ahead and split." I mean,
I split,
he scratched my back. I'm gonna scratch his.
I split my championship with Shy. Me and him in a championship game. I don't know if I'm going to win, but I will say this. My starting quarterback was Jalen Hurts, who's in concussion protocol. He's probably not going to play because Philadelphia just signed Ian Book to the practice squad. They'll probably elevate him to the roster and play him because Kenny Pickett got a rib injury. Reggie has Lamar Jackson and he has Derrick Henry. You don't even want to know what the score is. And I forgot to take out TJ Hawkinson and put in Mark Andrews. I was probably gonna lose. So we split the pot. Shout out to him. I am in two other games, third place. If I didn't tell y'all what happened, we have we done the show since Sunday? We haven't.
No,
So
we skipped Monday.
I made the playoffs, the semifinals in 4 leagues. All 4 of those leagues except for one, I had Jalen Hurts. He got hurt in the fourth quarter. I mean, in the first quarter when he got that concussion. I lost every single one of those games, maybe about 20 or 30 points. And the other one that I lost, Josh Allen had his worst game of the season. So I'm in the championship and one, despite Jalen Hurts getting hurt. And two out of the other 3, I'm in a third place game. So I go down from winning 2,000 to winning maybe $500.
Yeah. I'm projected to win right now by about 50 points. Hopefully I do, and if I do win, I get to keep the trophy for a year, get my name engraved on it.
Yeah.
But if I win, I'm ordering me a championship belt.
Oh, speaking of, hold on one second. Talk about something. I'll be right back.
Oh,
I
so
gotta
yeah.
show you something.
Well, you go on and show me something. What's going on, Abraham? What you got going tonight?
We still live.
We still live?
So this was one of my gifts yesterday. It is a Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl World Championship belt.
I'll be damned.
Thought y'all might want to see that.
You got it upside down, don't you?
Huh?
Uh,
Thought
you got
y'all
it
might
upside
want to
down.
see that.
You got it
Man.
upside down.
I'm gonna sit it right here while we do the rest of the show.
Yeah, you showed it to him upside down.
Did I?
Yep.
Well, it don't matter. They know what the hell's going on. They know what's going on. They
Yeah, I
don't
like
need to see
that.
nothing else.
Your wife get that for you?
She did.
Well, you better keep her.
She did. I appreciate it too. I wasn't expecting much, but I I'll take it. Anyway, we got more news. CeeDee Lamb is shut down for the rest of the regular season.
Done.
And before we go, because I didn't forget, I got a question for you. Do you listen to the Stylistics?
You talking about the band?
Yeah.
The old school band?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I have listened to them several times before. It's not like it's on my playlist right now.
So the Stylistics have their hit song, which is the title of my segment called "Break Up to Make Up." In this segment, I'm going to give T 3 names, and he needs to tell me if they need to break up with the team they are currently with, or they need to make up with the team they're currently with, and they need to re-sign and come back next season. Mr. Pillow, are you ready?
Hey man, you giving out my government on live TV? Boy,
I said
you is
Mr.
something else.
Pillow. I ain't say you first.
You is something else. Golly, run it.
First one, break up or make up. Aaron Rodgers.
Break up. Mutual break up.
If they break him up, what do you do with Devontae Adams and Alan Lazard?
It really depends on their cap hit. Actually, you know what? Neither one of them will be dead cap money for them because they already other teams already took on their dead cap. They can trade them too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you might as well just start over. You got Garrett Wilson. He is your star receiver.
Did you see the reports where Garrett Wilson may request a trade? Not saying they're going to, but just how they presently constructed.
Well, the press is doing their thing to tear the Jets apart as you see it. But you also have a dysfunctional owner and a dysfunctional front office because you got too many hands in the pot.
Yep.
Or should I say too many Chiefs and not enough Indians.
And it's reports that Woody Johnson is taking advice from his two teenage sons about matters with the team.
Obviously, if he worried about Madden ratings.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. So number 2, it's gonna get more difficult.
Okay.
Number 2, break up or make up. Sam Darnold.
Here's the thing. If you can get a team-friendly deal, make up. But you just invested in JJ McCarthy, who got hurt, is out for the season.
Mm-hmm.
Your offensive coordinator, as long as he stays, he has proved that he can work with any quarterback and make them look decent.
Yep.
So if you get a team-friendly deal from Sam Darnold, keep him for 1 to 2 more years. If not, let him test free agency. In Sam Darnold's interest, he should want to come back on a team-friendly deal for 1 or 2 years.
I'm glad you answered that because I didn't know. I wanted your opinion on it because this is out of the two, this is the one that I don't know. Like if you break up with him, I think Kevin O'Connell deserves some Coach of the Year props for what he's done with this team. Because once they got rid of Kirk Cousins, we definitely didn't think this Minnesota team could be the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Well, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, he had Kirk Cousins looking good. When Kirk Cousins got hurt and they signed Josh Dobbs was looking good.
Yeah.
So it's the coordinator putting this quarterback in the position to be successful.
And it does not hurt to have 3 Pro Bowl, All-Pro potential receivers. And Hockenson, you got probably the best wide receiver in the game in Jefferson, and Jordan Addison. He's pretty damn good. Jordan Addison is a really good receiver.
Yes, he is.
And then you got Aaron Jones catching the ball out the backfield as well. So this last one, I'll tell you something about them before I tell you. So the team picked up his option in April worth $6.1 million. So he signed through next season. But Is it time to get rid of Travis Etienne on the Jacksonville Jaguars? Break up or make up?
Well, there's no point in you taking the extra dead money hit by trading him. So you go ahead and keep him paired with Tank Bigsby because neither one of them stays healthy really.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you might as well run both of them. You know, I'm glad you threw this breakup or makeup thing to me because I got a couple questions for you. Breakup or makeup?
That wasn't in the segment.
It wasn't in the segment. It wasn't in.
In the segment.
It wasn't. It wasn't in the segment. Um, I got a few questions about a couple coaches.
Okay.
Do the Giants keep Brian DeBoer or move on?
The way I hear Malik Neighbors talk, I think they need to move on.
Okay.
I
I
think
was
Malik Neighbors has superstar potential written all over him. I just think the Giants and the Jets at the same time, I think you just part with everything. I think the GM is gone. I honestly, seriously, I think seeing Saquon Barkley having this kind of season, you cut Daniel Jones in the middle of the season. It was a mutual agreement. And
time to clean house.
you let go of Xavier McKinney, and he's in Green Bay having a defensive player of the year type season. Your last game of the season is against Philadelphia. And imagine if Saquon Barkley comes in that game and breaks that all-time season rushing record against you, because he's very close to it.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to be absolutely insane. Now I know Brian Daboll didn't have. I don't think he had nothing to do with them trading Saquon and cutting Daniel Jones, but
That was all Joe Shane. Joe Shane, however you say his name.
yeah, it's going to be rough in New York for a few years. I think they had the number one pick, or do the Raiders have the number one pick?
Right now the Giants have number one. The Raiders are sitting at number 6.
Oh, that's right, because they won.
Yep.
They won and they shouldn't have won. Okay, so get Shador, put him with Malik Neighbors. I love Tyrone Tracy in the backfield. I love the way he came in and he pretty much taking that RB1. You just build around that. I would say, who do you think if they get rid of Daboll, I would love for them to get an offensive minded head coach.
Well, the number one offensive minded head coach that is on the market right now is Ben Johnson, who is definitely interested in the Chicago job. So they would definitely interview him. Of course, the Giants would want to interview him. Um, the offense coordinator for Buccaneers, Liam Cohen. Last year I would have had Bobby Slowick on that list. I don't have him on that list right now.
Who's the Buffalo Bills offense? Joe Brady.
Joe Brady.
You think he leaves?
He is going to eventually get a head coaching spot. If you have followed his story, he was with the Saints back in the Drew Brees days when that offense was going hard. He went to LSU, had that offense going really good. They won that championship. Then he went to Carolina Panthers with Matt what's his name? Matt Rule.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a bright mind in the game. He'll eventually get a head coaching job. I don't know that it'll be this year. Arthur Smith, he should get another shot.
I'll give you another name. Cliff Kingsbury.
His name is hot again. I don't think he's the head coach though.
Probably not, but you know how that go.
Yep.
Especially if Washington continues to play how they play, and they get in the playoffs, and let's just say they win a divisional game or that what is that super wild card?
Wild card,
whatever they call it now. I think he'll raise some eyebrows. He may get another shot.
It might be New York.
Huh?
It might be New York.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I would also look out. I'm gonna hate to say this, but if we make it far, I could see Kellen Moore leaving.
It's possible. That's what happens with Philadelphia. Your coordinators leave, and then they show their weaknesses.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. So, who my next coach?
The next coach, what's the guy down in Jacksonville?
Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson.
He won us a Super Bowl in Philly, so he'll always have a place in my heart. But I want Doug Peterson to leave. And I want him to leave because I want Ben Johnson to go there. I keep saying that, but you ain't hearing me. I feel like Jacksonville with I'm not giving up on Trevor Lawrence. Godspeed. I hope he's doing well and he's healthy. Uh, Mac Jones has been a decent replacement for Trevor Lawrence. You got Trevor Lawrence. You got Brian Thomas Jr. You got two pretty good running backs in your backfield. You got Everett Ingram. I just think this team just needs a new identity. I think they can kill that division. They can compete with Houston in that division. They just as talented as Houston.
Yeah. Abraham asked about Kevin Stefanski. I think he stays one more year. Um,
Yeah.
I think they're going to put all the woes this year on Deshaun Watson. He's going to be the scapegoat. And then once they lost him, they tried. They showed some spark, but they just didn't have enough.
Jerry Judy revitalized his career.
Yes.
And I don't understand. Speaking of Kevin Stefanski, they put DTR in this week. I don't think I would have had DTR throw almost 40 passes the first week. I don't think I would have done that. And you had Jerome Ford back there, and Jerome Ford is a pretty good running back, and you didn't utilize him enough. I don't
No.
know if they was trying to see if they have anything in DTR, if they was trying to lose on purpose, get a high draft pick. I don't know.
You know, I like this little segment, and we're gonna have to we might have to put together a whole show on something like this.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll
You
tell
do.
you this about Mike Vrabel, Abe. I do think Vrabel gets another head coaching job. I think because Ryan Day beating Tennessee the way he did, the way they look, depending on how far they get, I thought Mike Vrabel may get Ohio State head coaching job. I thought they may look at him or Brian
Well,
Hart.
he could thank Tennessee for him not getting that one.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think? I was asked this before we get out of here about Tennessee. Do you think Nico is the answer in Tennessee? You think they may have paid him too much money? They paid him a lot of money to come to UT.
I don't think he is the problem. My personal opinion is people know what's coming with the offense now.
Hmm.
Um, you have your plan A when you go out there, but there's no plan B when people match up for you head to head. Um, as a matter of fact, what we needed was on TV Tuesday night in the Hawaii Bowl. Ever since Alex Golesh left for University of South Florida, our offense has declined.
So we on viewers' choice. We just talking about what the listeners are texting and messaging now. Uh, they talked about bringing some competition to the QB room for the Browns. I don't know if they would pay that much just for competition because
Uh,
Deshaun Watson coming back next season, right?
if Cousins gets cut, they could probably get him on a friendly contract because he's still going to have a bunch of guaranteed money. He
Oh
just
no,
won't
you
have
know
that
where
10
Kirk
million.
Cousins going.
New York? No, shut that shit up. He is not coming to the Tennessee Titans. We don't want him.
You don't want him, but that's what you gonna get.
Nope.
What? Who did? Okay. How much time we got left? We under an hour still. Week 1. Who do you think the Tennessee Titans quarterback is gonna be?
Unfortunately, Will Levis.
Will Levis.
Now he probably will not be the number one quarterback, but I don't want it to be Kirk. You know what? I'll take Justin Fields.
You think it'll be Justin Fields?
I don't think he will be, but I'd take him over Will Levis or Kirk Cousins.
The Steelers have a dilemma too. Ain't Russell Wilson and Justin Fields free after this
Both,
season?
both of them are free agents.
Yeah, so they got to make a decision. That'll be interesting.
Yep.
And, thank you, Abe. That was the name. That's your next quarterback right there.
Hey, if Rodgers or Kirk Cousins is even on the roster in the preseason,
You
I'm
remember before he signed with the Jets,
hey,
they was talking about Aaron Rodgers.
hey, I'm flipping the fuck out.
You
I
remember they was talking about him coming here.
okay, if either one of them are starting quarterbacks, I will get on live and I will burn all of my Tennessee Titans shit.
Won't you just come on to Philly, man?
Nah. The only thing I want out of Philly is a cheesesteak.
That come on over. I'll take you to the best spot.
Hey, have you ever heard of Ishkabibbles?
That's the one I was gonna say.
You lying.
Hand to God, I was
Hey.
gonna say I'll take you to Ishkabibbles. That's what
Give me a cheesesteak and a green alien.
So I've been to Philadelphia at least 2 or 3 times, and I still ain't had a cheesesteak yet. I had the best Chinese food I ever had in my life in Philadelphia.
Mm.
But anyway, man, we about to get up out of here. We missed a hell of a bowl game. Pittsburgh lost in 6 overtimes to Toledo, 48-46.
Oh, my TV froze and Rutgers and Kansas State was tied at 17-17.
Yeah, it's the 2-minute warning in the second quarter. Rutgers is up 24-17. They got the ball on their own 45-yard line. They are driving down the field as we speak. And in an hour, you will have the Seahawks and the Bears. I pray to the man above that it is a decent game, a watchable game. Place your bets. What do we have Saturday in the NFL? We ain't
Saturday.
got to talk about them, but we got 3 games. You got the Chargers and the Pats, the Broncos and the Bengals. That is a huge, huge playoff game.
Yep.
And
Playoff
the Cardinals and the Rams. The
That has
Cardinals
some
are
playoff
eliminated.
implications. Don't they have some implications with the Rams?
Yeah, if Seattle loses and the Rams win, it's over with. They got the division and everything. The 49ers and the Cardinals they've been eliminated. The Rams need to win one of these last 2 games to win the division. But if Seattle lose, they done.
All right, we will do a Sunday show for sure. Depending on our schedule tomorrow, we may do a pop-up show for a Friday show.
Yeah, we may.
Little extra holiday shows. Other than that, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in.
Game, before we get out of here, man, that is a huge, huge game. Like, huge. Like, the Bengals have to win out. They can't lose no more. And the Broncos are 9-6. They're in the playoffs. But for the Chargers and the Bengals have to win out, and they need the Chargers, I think, to lose one of these last 2. And I think they can get in, or the Chargers have to lose out and they have to win out. Some kind of scenario like that, but Cincinnati is still alive. And if they get in, you do not want to see a hot Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins.
Mm-mm.
That's what you don't want to see.
Not at all.
And I tell you who don't want to see that the most, who would see it, would be Josh Allen. Because he know what Joe Burrow and him they be doing to him.
But he would most likely see them at home, so
yeah,
that would be good for him.
And Abe, I know you're a big Pittsburgh fan. Y'all done let Baltimore take over this division.
Abe, if you are subscribed to his Winnable, check your messages. There was a gift for you today.
We got promos going, man. Check your Winnable.
It is for all current subscribers.
Yeah, check my Winnable, man. We've been winning too, speaking of Winnable. That's why we on there. Because if it was losable, why would you be on there?
Exactly.
But anyway, man, I hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. I appreciate y'all listening to us, tuning in to the show. We are just getting started. 2025 is going to be even better.
Got a lot of things coming through the wire.
We got things coming down the pipe, baby. We ready to go.
Once again, we're nothing without you guys. We appreciate you stopping in and seeing us, listening. However you tune in, keep tuning in. We'll keep bringing you content.
hmm
We keep bringing you good bets, and we'll see you sometime in the next day or two.
Will do.
Appreciate you.
Happy Hanukkah.
Hey,
Happy.